Hi guys, welcome to another Growers Guide. In this video, I'm going to share my two PvE builds, the single target build and the MVP build. Now the single target build is the build that I'm using right now. This build is intended to be used with neutral damage skills. And then the MVP build is a build that I use when I can utilize the elemental weaknesses of enemies, but that's only worth it when it's an MVP or it's an instance boss. So I rarely use this, or I only use this when I'm MVPing or in other world gate, or even when I'm in the final boss of an instance. The single target build is a build that I use when I'm AFK farming like I am right now. Alright, so let's go over the skill build for the single target build. So for this build, we use all of the neutral damage skills, which is a lot actually. The first one is Midas Touch. We get this at level 10 because it's a really useful skill. And then level 1 Pushcart is a prerequisite for Cart Revolution, which is another neutral damage skill. And then you can take level 1 Battle Will if you like, but I took it out. I don't use it as much as I used to, so it stays at 0 now. And we skip Mammonite because we don't want to use Mammonite as an AFK farm skill, because we'll end up broke. So don't use this for AFK farming. Right, and then this is an optional skill and large weight limit, which leads to weight utility. These are optional skills, but I'll touch more on those later. For now, let's go to Crazy Uproar, which is a level 10 skill, and then Overtrust, which is another level 10 skill, because these two skills will boost our damage by quite a bit, so it's really useful. Now, Weaponry Research is another level 10 skill, but you don't have to max it out because at the start you won't have enough skill points for this. So you can leave it at 0 at the start and then add more skill points to it once you go over or once you complete the core build. Right. Now we skip this again because we're only focusing on neutral damage, and I never really liked Cart Hurl, so skip that. And then we take level 5 Adrenaline Rush because we need it to access Weapon Perfection level 5. Now these two skills are also important for PvE, so make sure you have these two skills. Now Cart Blitz is an optional skill. I really like it because it has mobility and it has good damage, but you don't need it for this build. I just really like the utility that Cart Blitz provides, so I have it at level 10. You can have it at 1, you can have it at 10, or you can even have it at 0 if you don't want that skill. Now, Hammerfall is a nice AoE skill. It's another neutral skill, and it does decent damage once you unlock your shadow equipment, so I have it here as well. Then, Unfair Trick, Greed, and Zenny Utility are optional skills. If you want to use Zenny Storm for AFK farming like I'm doing right now, you can get these 3 skills, but otherwise you can get Unfair Trick level 5 to unlock Greed, and then you can max out Greed to maximize your Zenny income while you're AFK farming. Then another 2 more skills that I really like is Savage Slash. We have that at level 10, and then Meltdown at level 5 because we are sticking to the 20-second variable cooldown build. Right, so let's go over the rest. So Cart Boost is a prerequisite for Cart Termination. So level 5 here, and then level 1 here because of the 20-second cooldown again. And Hurl Zenny is another prerequisite. I have it because it's a prereq for Zenny Storm, but I don't have it equipped on auto because this is a very expensive skill, 1000 Zenny per skill cast. So we don't want to put that on auto for AFK farming, but we can put Zenny Storm level 1 on auto because it only costs 300 Zenny, and the damage is really nice. So look at that, I can AFK farm, I can AoE farm these monsters. So I can hit 3 of them per cast of Zenny Storm. So it's really useful, so I still have it on. And I just really like Zenny Storm as a skill, so I use it for AFK farming. Now, 2 skills that I talked about earlier, the Enlarge Weight Limit and Weight Utility. These 2 skills are skills that are quite controversial, because some people think they're useless, but personally I think they're useful if you want to squeeze out a bit more damage from your skills. So we're using 3 skills for the auto attack. So first one is Cart Revolution, and then the other is Cart Termination. Now you don't want to use Cart Blitz on auto because it will displace you. But having or adding more damage to these three skills is nice for a few skill points. I mean, I don't have any other skill that I want to put them on, so I just put them there. However, if you want to save on white potions, you can add in Savagery. Now, Savagery is a skill that you either leave at 0 or you max it out, because 1 or 2 skill points in Savagery won't make much of a difference, but having it maxed out will help you save a lot of white potions. As one of the people that commented on my channel, so he said that he uses less white potions ever since he got the Savagery skill. So thank you for pointing that out. And yeah, so here's his message. And yeah, thank you for sharing that. Right, now let's go over the skill build. I mean the stat build. So for this build, this is an AFK farm build, and we only focus on getting as much damage as we can. So I've put my skill point or my stat points in strength. I maxed that out, and then all of the other points I've put on luck, because luck actually increases physical attack. For every 2 points of luck, you get +1 P attack. Now I know that's a horrible rate, but none of the other stats really contribute to damage as much as more P attack, so that's why I put it here. However, if you're lacking haste, you can put your stat points in Dex, or if you feel that you want to be more tanky, you can put it in Vitality. I have enough haste and I have enough HP, so I'm putting my stat points in luck to get more damage. Now you don't have to follow what I did, but this is just my way of boosting my P attack a bit more. Right, and then the other reason that I'm farming Sohi is because this is a water monster, and because I went through Mark and Mars, I have this, the Scuba Mask, which adds 10% bonus damage to water element monsters. So that's why my damage is quite high against these, against the Sohi. As you can see, my Zenny Storm is like 33k, and I have a few 100k, 120k damage skills. So that's really nice. So that's why I'm farming Sohi. And also the EXP is quite nice. Alright, so now let's head on over to the MVP build. So the MVP build is a build that utilizes elemental damage, or the 3 skills that can be converted to use elemental damage. So those 3 skills are Mammonite, Savage Slash, and Meltdown. So let's go over to the skill build. So we have level 5 Midas Touch because it's a prerequisite for Mammonite. Push cart can be level 1, but I added more points because I wanted more cart space. And then we skip Cart Revolution. And these 2 skills are also optional, so I only added them in because I want more cart space. And then Crazy Uproar and Overtrust are another 2 skills that are mandatory buffs. Then Weaponry Research, we max this out immediately because we have the points for it. And then this time we take level 5 Skin Tempering to take advantage of the 20% more fire damage. Level 5 Adrenaline Rush, again, to access Weapon Perfection. We skip Hammerfall this time, we won't be using any Hammerfall. Cart Blitz, because again, I really like it as a utility skill. And then Unfair Trick, we max this one out because we will be using Mammonite non-stop. So we want to get that discount on Mammonite. And then Greed level 5, because we need it to access Zenny Utility level 10. Now, we are using Mammonite as our main damage skill, so we want it to be powered up by another 10%. And then we have Savage Slash level 10, Meltdown level 5. Now, these 2 skills, again, can be converted, so we have these 2 skills on auto as well. Cart Boost level 5, because we want some more, we want access to cart termination. And then we have level 5 Hurl Zenny, and then level 5 Zenny Storm. Alright, so I have Zenny Storm at level 5 because this is the only neutral damage skill that I would consider using during an MVP hunt. Because number 1, this is a ranged skill, and then the second is once you cast it, you can just leave it there and forget about it, and then you can go back to using Mammonite, Savage Slash, and Meltdown. Right, so this is a nice damage boost for for the build, but it's not necessary. I just added it in at level 5 because we already have Zenny utility level 10 anyway. So why not use it or use more Zenny skills, right? So we have Zenny Storm level 5. Right, so another skill that you can max out is Savagery, but only if you can survive boss attacks. Because Savagery will not help you if you get one shot by the boss. You can get more life leech, you can leech back the HP that you lose when you get hit, but if you die in one shot, then it doesn't really matter. It won't help at all. That's why I have it at 0, because most MVPs still one shot me even though I have around 250 or 300k HP, so I just left it at 0. And that's it for the build. For stats, I have 80 on strength, then I have some on vitality to add more HP, and then I put the rest in luck because I want more attack. Alright, so let me show you some fights with this build. Okay, so this is a video of my guild and I killing the Maya MVP from a dead branch. Now, I want you guys to focus on this side of the screen and notice that I'm only using these 3 skills and then also this Zenny Storm over here. Now, I don't use Hurl Zenny or Card Termination in fighting Maya because it's more efficient to just keep using my converted attack. So as you can see here, I'm using a fire converter, and it's just throwing Zenny Storm out there and then cycling through the 3 skills that use fire attacks. And then after that, it's pretty much just dodging the skills from the MVPs. Yeah, just have it on auto, Zenny Storm, and then the three skills that can be converted. So that's how you use this build. There will be some cases, like for instance, Orc Hero, where meleeing the enemy is quite dangerous like this. So instead of trying to force your way through doing melee attacks, you can hang back and use the ranged skills. Fortunately, we have 3 of those skills. So we have this, Zenny Storm, we have Card Termination, and also Hurl Zenny. Now, you just have to be careful because even if you are using ranged skills, you can still get hit by his AoE. So just something to keep in mind. Alright, so just to recap, to use this build, make sure that you have your converter up and then use the 3 skills. So Mammonite, Savage Slash, and then Meltdown, and then you can add Zenny Storm on top if you want, just to add a little bit more DPS. This image contains all of the builds that I've shared so far. I'll post this up on Twitter and also on my Facebook, so you can check it out there. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. You can ask here on my YouTube, you can ask me on Reddit when I post this there, or you can ask me on Twitter. So make sure to follow me there. And if you would like to see more guides from me, please hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so that you can see when I post a new video. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!